In this video, I'll use Fusion 360 to design and print out a replacement front axle carrier for the WLToys buggy. If you're just interested in the part, then I suggest that you watch the first part of the series of these videos and skip the rest, as they might be kind of boring. But if anyone does find it interesting, please let me know in the comments and I'll continue to make content like this if people are interested. I found a better way to demonstrate the play in the original axle carrier. If you look at the dog bone here, you can see that when I wiggle the tire, you can see it moving back and forth. On this side, it's a lot tighter. When I wiggle it, it kind of stays in that same spot. There's a difference again. But like I said before, time will tell whether or not it's actually any better. I'm going to start off trying to recreate the metal upgrade parts that are available on Banggood. They're more square than the original, so this should be easier to design and print out. Hopefully the extra plastic will also make it a little bit sturdier. I think we might have to eventually trim off the bottom part so that it doesn't hit the wheel hub, but we'll see, or the rim. To get started, I'm going to be doing this in Fusion 360, which is a CAD design tool that's available free to use for non-commercial purposes. It's a fairly complex tool, but is very powerful, and there's tutorials all available throughout YouTube and other sources that will guide a user through, but I just want to give a general idea of what it would take to recreate a simple part like this. So to start off, I'm gonna, I already started a new sketch. Let me just take a step back. So create a new sketch, choose a plane. I'll start off with the circular piece in the middle, which will be used for putting in the bearings. I'll put that in my origin. I measured this earlier, and the bearing is 7 millimeters. So we want our circle to be 7.5 millimeters. Get rid of that one. All right, and then let me zoom in just a bit. Next, we have the measurement of the axle carrier going vertically. It is 32.4 millimeters. So let me grab a square starting at the center. I want to put it at the same center, and I want to go 32.4 millimeters. And the other side is 15.22 millimeters. Oops, that didn't take. .22 millimeters. There we go. So that'll give us the rectangle going from here to here, and also from the outer part of the circle from here to here as 15.22. I'll probably need to do a little bit of trimming afterwards. All right, next we want to make some edits to the, or actually a second rectangle over here and here. I guess actually now is the proper time to trim. So let's get some measurements on that. Okay, that measured 8.7. So I'm going to create a second rectangle that is the same origin, that is 8.7 wide. Okay. Okay, now we'll need to trim away some of this part. And I guess we'll start off with another circle, bring it out to the width of our bigger rectangle, and then we should be able to start deleting parts. Okay, actually, so we won't delete parts. What we'll do is when we extrude it, we won't take these parts that are extra. So next I need a rectangle here to come out for the part that will extend and connect to the other parts of the arms. All right, that measured 4.11. So I want a rectangle, 2-point rectangle from here to here, 4.11. Okay, and same on the bottom side. So for this one, a rectangle here to here, 4.11. So going back to the picture, now we just need to make this arm on this side. So I want to start off making the one that I broke. So this is the left, no, it's the right front wheel carrier. So if I'm looking at this piece, I actually want the arm coming out over this way. Okay, so let me get a measurement of the full width of the carrier. Okay, so it's reading 18.82 going from here to the tip of that arm. So I'm going to make another rectangle where from here, and I don't want to put it on the origin line in case I need to move it in a sec. So for the width, I'm going to put 2 for now. I'm going to measure that in a sec. But this one is 18.82. All right. And then for the other measurement, it looks like it's 4.1. So clicking back on that measurement, this is now 4.1. And then to figure out where I want in relation from the top to bottom, I need to measure that. Okay, so the distance that I want from this line to this line read to be 15.33. Next, I think I need to create an inner circle so that the bearings have something to rest on once I take this to 3D. So let me make a offset of this circle inward. 1 millimeter all around should work. And then I think we're ready to complete the sketch and take this into 3D, and hopefully everything will make more sense once we see it. All right, so there's my basic sketch, and I'm going to start extruding things into the 3rd dimension. So I can highlight the portions that I want and then hit E for extrude. So, or actually the other way around, I'm going to extrude the circular part. Got the full circle, those arms. I don't need this piece. I need this piece and that piece. And actually, I need to know the thickness of the part here that I need to extrude. So let me go back and take one more measurement, and we'll edit that sketch that we made. is 6.5, a square 6.5. So from here to here to be 6.5 millimeters. That can't be right. Okay, what happened was this measurement was wrong. From here to here is not 18.82. I measured the wrong way. This is actually 28. All right, so that's better. So now I can come 6.5 from here. Not that one, but this one, 6.5. All right, so now I should be able to finish the sketch. Okay, actually, maybe it'll be best I get rid of some of these lines. Let me try to dot some of these lines instead. If I can change this to a construction line and this one to a construction line. I don't want to change that whole piece. That should be fine for now. Let's finish it there. Okay, now let's extrude to 3D. All right, so this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, that one, that one, that one, these little ones, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so I want to extrude this base 9.1 millimeters. 9.1. This is going to be a new body, 9.1. All right, so let's take a look at what we got now. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so we have the general piece extruded out, the full width. We're gonna have to cut away from some of this. Okay, let's go back to top view. Okay, what I actually want to do is I want to be able to see the sketch, and then I want to be able to extrude the top and bottom 7.25 millimeters on top of what I've already extruded. All right, so I want to hide the body, and I want to select this piece and this piece. I extrude those two pieces, and I want to extrude them 9.1 plus 7.25 millimeters, and I want to join it with the one I've already extruded. Did that work? Oh, I gotta make it visible again. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, next I need to extrude this piece, and that was actually the dimension I measured incorrectly. I got confused with earlier, so that was the 18.82, I believe. Okay, so doing that one more time, we will hide the body, select just the piece we want, and I want this one to be a total of 18.82 extruded up. $18.82. Warning, it's not visible, that's fine. I can make it visible there, join it, and there's the basic shape. Let's look again at the shape we're trying to recreate. So they've rounded the corners to be a little fancy. We can do that too. But I also need to extrude this inner piece on both sides, the width of the bearing, or the thickness of the bearing. So that would be my inner circle, needs to come up and be kind of hovering in the air. That thickness of the bearing and also be shy of the surface thickness of the bearing. So the bearing measures at, it looks like 1.79 millimeters thick. So I want to select the components. Let me get a straight top-down view. So I need this, that sliver, that one, and that one. Oops, should be 6 total. And I want to extrude this on an offset of 1.79, and I want to extrude it a distance I don't want to go all the way. I'm going to have to do some math here and figure out just how thick that should be. So I need to go back and find the thickness of the whole piece and subtract 1.79 from that. Okay, so that was 9.1. Oh, it already puts it in there. Okay, so 9.1 is not the distance. I want 9.1 minus 1.79, which is the offset on the bottom, and another offset of 1.79 for the top. And I want it to join. There we go. Let's take a look at that. I want to hide the sketch. I don't think sketch 1's even anything. I should have. That's before I started recording. I had 2 sketches, or a sketch already existing. All right, so we have the basic part. Now we need the holes going through this side. One here on this face, and another one on this face. This one's going to have to be threaded, so we're going to need to figure out what size threads that is, and that might be a little difficult. I'm measuring the metal piece that needs to fit through this hole to be 4.05. So I'm going to create a hole, I'd say 4.25. So let's start a new sketch on this face, and we'll create that circle. So new sketch on this face, and we'll zoom on in, and we'll create a circle in the center, 4.25. If that's too tight, we might have to drill it out a little bit, but I think that's a safe number for now. And we actually need to make sure that the distance to here is correct. All right, for this part, I'm going to create a couple construction lines. I want a construction line on the midpoint going through here. Oh, that's not a construction line. Construction line. And I want this and this to be tangent of each other. So this circle and this line. Okay, and then I want another construction line going from here to here. Again, a construction line. What did that take? Construction line, all right. And I want this circle to be tangent with that one, yes. But my midpoint moved. Why did that move? Oh, no biggie, it's back. All right, then now I want the distance between this one and this one to be 2.18, it looks like. All right. So I think that's enough to finish the sketch. And let's zoom back out, take a look. So now we have a circle we should be able to extrude this circle out. So we want to press E for extrude, and I want to go, I actually want to cut, and I want to cut, oops, I want to cut there we go. I'll cut that way. Zoom out. Can't see. All right, let's move this that way, all the way through. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's round these corners off and make it a little prettier. I think I can use this fillet option. If I want to fillet this corner, and this corner, and this corner, and this corner, and I want to do it down until it's pretty much just, oh, what happened there? All right, let's stay there. Good enough. Okay, I could also fillet these bottom pieces. Yeah, why not? Fillet here, 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 here. Just a little bit. Missed an edge. Did I? I did. Let me undo that. Let's try that again. Fillet. Let's get that whole edge, this whole edge, that whole edge, that whole edge, that one, and that one. Let's try that again. And I want to just go in just a little bit. Still didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but I don't think I'm going to sweat that for now. Let me try one thing. Oh, that seemed to work. Okay, I guess I have to do these individually for now. For the sake of this video, I don't want it to be too long. I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure out the best way of doing this. Oh, that is filleting more than I wanted, actually, but that would be nice. All right, fillets all around. I think the shortcut is F for fillet. I'll test that in a sec. F, yep. Okay, everything looks good. All right, so now we need the hole here, and we actually need a thread going through it. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did the last time. I'm gonna create a sketch here, and actually I'm gonna delete that useless unused sketch. I'm gonna create a new sketch on this face, and once again I'm gonna create a circle at the midpoint, so I need another construction line. Going at the midpoint, the little triangle kind of indicates the midpoint. I need one, then I need the circle, and actually I want to do a construction circle this time. Center diameter, can I do a construction circle? Maybe not. All right, and this time I want this one to be, oh, let me measure that, come right back. Okay, the screw looks to be right around 3 millimeters. Since this is a Chinese product, I'm going to assume that's a M3 screw, and I'll go ahead and create at least my circle to be diameter of 3. Oh, it is a construction circle, excellent. Okay, and I want the offset from the top, the offset from the top to be 1.79. So let's do that. Press D for distance between here and here. Pull it out to be 1.79. And then I want the tangent tool. I want this circle. No, not that one. This circle to be tangent to there. And that didn't take. There we go. All right. I think that should be it for the sketch. Zoom back out. Let's take a look at that. And now I want to put in another hole here, but I want it to be a screw hole. Okay, so I'm going to go and choose the hole tool. I want it there. Oh, I want this to be three millimeters. Oh wait, not here. I want this to be 3 millimeters. And I want it to be tapped. I want the full length. Looks like it already chose this for me. Let's see what the flat does. It doesn't let me change this. I'm not sure this is a M3, but it's isometric profile, which I believe is correct. Not sure why it doesn't let me change this. Let me change that one. All right, we'll just go with this, and might have to hope for the best or come back and change that later, but this might work. All right, so we're almost done. Let's just fillet this and this. All right. And this here, oops, this one here. Be very deliberate this time. And I think we're done. All right, so let's save the project. This is the right front. This is the right front axle carrier. Three bodies. Why is it three bodies? Okay, so it looks like I goofed at some point and didn't join these. Okay, that was the first extrude. Then it was this one. Should have been a join. Okay, now all these have problems. What's going on here? Might just be easier to refill it everything. All right, before I do anything crazy, let's save this actually. Save V2 just in case this messes up. All right, so what are we left with? I'm actually not sure what that changed. Looks like this fillet's a little funny looking, but no, it's about right. Okay, I think that's okay then. I think everything's good. That's probably just some of the rounding stuff. Oh, I lost some of these. I think these ones are over filleted, which is why it's looking a little funny. Let me change this real quick. Yeah, this should have been 0.5. This one too. Everybody else good? All right, now everything's looking good. Save that. And we should be ready to print this. So I'll take this body, save as an STL file. I use Cura, so I'm going to export to Cura. Okay, so Cura finally opened. We have our model here. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to just rotate a little bit, do a quick look around. Let's do layer view. Make sure the bottom looks right. I wonder if that offset's a little too large now that I see it in 3D, but the measurements should be right. I think I'm just going to go ahead and print this. I wonder if the threads will print better sideways, but for first go, let's print this out and see what happens. Let's do this in standard. I don't believe I need any support or additional brim. And let's just print this out. Looks like it'll take 29 minutes. All right, I'll print it out and we'll see what happens. Okay, that's a good place to stop. In the next video, we'll print it out, make some adjustments, learn from our mistakes, and come out with the final version. Again, if anyone found that helpful, please let me know in the comments so I'll know whether or not to make content like this in the future. Hit the like and subscribe, bash that bell, and I'll see you guys next time.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.